What's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Cajun, also known as the Cajun Gamer, and today I have a video for y'all, a story time, another one. It has been asked to bring back. Everyone liked my teacher being fired one, and I am here today for another story, another very vital point in my life. I guess the teacher being fired wasn't really a vital point, but this is one of the best weekends I've ever had in my life. This was around like last year obviously being junior year for me. It was a very big time in my life. We were playing against our rivals. It was a football game that was like scheduled to be one of the biggest in the state, and being from Louisiana, high school football is really kind of big in my area, and it was just going to be the best game. Like, we had our local TV station out there trying to record, like, you know, to put it up on TV so everyone could watch, and it was projected to be one of the biggest high school football games. Junior year wasn't that big of a deal for us. It wasn't our last year like senior year was, but it was still a big game. It was our rivals. They had beat us 2 years past. They had beat us our freshman year and our sophomore year, but it was our time to get back. Being that it was the biggest game of the year, everyone knew to get there early because there wasn't going to be any seats left. Well, we all left around like 2 hours early, like 5 o'clock when 7:30 was the kickoff time, and it was packed. Legitimately, you could not find a parking spot. You had to park across the street, and it was just all hectic. You had all these rich fans coming around you because the school we're playing is rich, and that's like our biggest thing is they're the rich kids. I mean, we're rich too, but they're like the really rich kids, and they have to have all the nice cars and everything, and their parents all come to the games because their parents care more about the game than the actual students do. So we get to the game, and it's legitimately packed. The whole away side, like the away side bleachers, is legitimately like neck to neck. Like, no one can do anything. Everything's here. The whole fucking state is at this football game. I believe there was projected to be 8,000 people at one game. Do you not know, like, that is a high school football game, and we're like not even in the biggest division. Everyone legitimately came to see this game. So the game gets started, and it starts to be neck and neck towards like a halftime. But before halftime, they scored. They're up 1 touchdown, I believe. And we're like, oh shit. So we have to go into halftime, you know, knowing that we have to get it back. They get the ball back. Well, they scored again, and they start like adding up all these points, and it turns out to be like around 46 points. There's like 46 to 27, and we give up. It's like the start of the fourth quarter, and they're fucking us up, and we don't know what to really do. But I don't know what clicked in our football team's head, like what clicked in the players' head, why they woke up all of a sudden. But we started driving, and legitimately like driving and scoring, and we got all the way up to like a 1 touchdown game, and they were still at 46. They had not scored a point. Like, our defense was putting in work. They had not scored a point in like, I don't know when, but this was like the perfect scenario. Like, it was 46 to like, I don't know how much down, but it was 46 to that, and legitimately we did not think we had a chance to win this. And within like the 13 seconds, we ended up scoring and then putting up another field goal, and we had made it 56-46, probably the best comeback I've ever seen in my life. And like, it was just a very ecstatic moment in our like history. Like, we did not expect them to win, much less like this big ass comeback. So as the night progresses, I go back over to my cousin's house, and over there I get dressed because I was supposed to be sleeping at his house. He plays on the football team, but I was supposed to be sleeping at his house because we had to go to a wedding in New Orleans, and so I was just gonna ride with him up to New Orleans and meet all of our family there. It's my other cousin's wedding on the same side. But yeah, we go, and then we go home. We drive home, and we go to his house, take a shower and everything. Then we head to a party across town, a good 30-minute trip, and it was very weird. Like, everything was happening so quick, everything was so weird. It wasn't clicking in my mind that we had just beat our rivals like in a comeback, like underdogs out of the ass, and everyone was there to see it. It was a very glorious moment. But yeah, we headed to a party. We got really fucked up, like really drunk that night, and after that we woke up at 9. I want to say we woke up at 9 o'clock, hurry up, got in the truck, and rolled towards New Orleans. It was an hour trip. I was sleeping almost all the way there, and we had made it to New Orleans, and I had gotten a text message from my brother-in-law saying that if I wanted to go down to Bourbon Street. Like, they were on Bourbon Street. I'm not old, obviously I'm not old enough to drink, but they were gonna allow me in because at daytime they're not as strict, and plus Southern Louisiana is a drinking culture, so it's not really that weird to find a high schooler drinking. So I'm going down to Bourbon Street and I meet my brother-in-law. My cousin didn't want to come for some reason. He was tired apparently from the party before, but I was ready to roll. We go, and I wish I had pictures to throw it up on the screen, but we go into this one bar, like this weird ass bar. They have like live music like midday. It's around like 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the day, and we go, and it's just like, it's this weird ass place. There's a bunch of old people. They let me sit at the bar and order drinks. I don't know why they weren't as strict. They didn't ID me or anything because I guess my brother-in-law was there and he was like older. But yeah, we go, and then one of the like big fat like black girls walks up to me, like, you know, kind of like one of the bartenders, and asks me if I want a shot. So I'm like, I don't really know. I'm still like kind of tired. Like I just took like 2 Vegas bombs or Jaeger bombs, and I don't know what the fuck's happening. So I'm like, sure, give me one. So not really sure what was going through my mind at the time, but she took it was like a test tube filled with like a colored like alcohol sweet thing, and she put it in between her boobs, and then like I like, you know, went forward and like took the shot like that, and then she was like, you want another one? I was like, sure. And so she goes and she does the same thing, but she shoves my face like in her boobs. And then as she pulls my head back, she starts like sucking on the tube. It was really fucking weird. And my brother-in-law had a video of it. Oh man, it was weird seeing that because I did not remember any of that happening. It was fucking hilarious watching the video. But then after that happened, I had worked up quite a buzz. Like it was pretty bad. I mean, not stumbling, but you know, I could definitely feel the alcohol. And so we went, and it was about time for the wedding. And so we go to the wedding, and around the wedding, I was like in the church pew, like buzzed as shit. After like, cause we had gone within like 30 minutes, gotten ready and going. And so we were in the church pew, and the whole ceremony went through, and all that happened. And then we marched with the bride and groom, my cousin. We marched down Bourbon Street. Like I guess that's like a certain thing you can do after you get married in New Orleans. But then we marched down, and the reception was on Bourbon Street, like in one of the balconies. Like it went upstairs, and then in the balcony was the whole reception room. So we had eaten all of our food, and then they were giving out, like, it was a free tap. So all the alcohol was free, and I drank all that. Drank all that, and they gave us free shots and everything, and it was really fun. And then someone notifies me that people were they had beads on the balcony. So being me, I'm like, alright, fuck this, I'm going outside. So I go outside, and I'm like, alright, what's going on? So they're throwing beads and getting girls to flash them. So I'm like, alright, I'm pretty pro at this, I got this. Not even close to Mardi Gras, it's a big tradition in Mardi Gras, but alright, so I'll just start throwing beads, like getting girls to flash me. I think I got like over 50 girls that night to flash me. I don't know, it was really easy, legitimately not the hardest thing to do. And then after that, we chilled, and we went walk, and we got into another bar, and then chilled. Like I had snuck behind some people to get in, and the security guard didn't get me. But then we left there, walked down, and then it started to get really sketchy towards the end of the night. Around 3 o'clock, it got really sketchy, and there was a bunch of college people, like college kids, partying on the balcony. So I had a bead in my hand. I was like, alright, flash me. Or yeah, show me your boobs. And then the girl on the balcony flashed me, so I threw up the beads. That was just like something interesting that happened. And then we ended up going to eat on Bourbon Street, leaving around 3 o'clock. We made it back to our hotel room, and then the next day was just the worst hangover I've ever had in my life. But dude, that was legitimately like the funnest. Like there was not a moment in time where it was not fun. And that's pretty much what I want to share with y'all. I hope it was pretty interesting, guys. If you did, please give a like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great day. And there's a fire that I won't slay. There's a fire, but no fire brigade. So tonight we are losing this fight. Oh, so tonight is no one.